assigned to me is the opportunities in legal journalism. So, from uh, the topic legal journalism, as Jacob sir told, he very well explained the need for the need to place law with the mainstream journalism is very essential. It's a need of the time. So it's very important in the current situation. From an era, we are currently in a time where the mainstream media is hijacked. It's dominated by the trial by medias and commercialization, sensational news. So, media is something which is important to develop public opinion. So, what we need to do is we have to, as journalists, the main aim of journalists shall be helping the public to make an opinion. That should be just, fair, reasonable, that should serve the purpose of justice and the law. So, this is how legal journalism is very important in the current situation. And regarding the legal reporting and legal journalism and the opportunities, uh, there was a time uh, the legal reporting was limited only to AIR, SCCs, and all the legal journals. So, if you ask me, I will say that legal journalism is a product of technology. Because that time when AR and SEC everything was established, the judgments were passed after a couple after a delay. It will take a couple of weeks, sometimes months, to report a particular judgments in official official journals. So from that era, with the help of technology, now we are standing in a time where we have the access of judgments in our fingertips. So this is how I think having judgments, having access to the judgments, maybe one of the reason where legal journalism got introduced. Like we had Legally India, Bar and Bench, a few legal websites with us. And Live Law, I will say that they broke the path because of this technological development. Because that made they made this legal journalism, judgment reporting, and legal reporting a common thing. They made it very uh, they made it they gave access to everyone. So this is how the technology played a role in the legal reporting and legal journalism and all. So when you regarding my topic, opportunities in legal journalism. First of all, as you know, for being a legal journalist, you have to have a degree in law or a master degree in law with BCI approved any law institutes, like any law colleges. So, and once you have that, you can join with any mainstream media, any legal websites like Live Law, Bar and Bench, Legally India, Spicy IP. There are some specified legal websites also there, which is not for every laws, which is not covering every laws. There are some websites like Spicy IP for IPR, and some are focusing on company laws, corporate laws, and we have tax related websites are there. I own a tax news website. So there are specialized legal websites are also there. So in this, you can join as editors, correspondents, reporters, interns. These are the career-wise, these are the opportunities with the legal websites. And mainstream medias also, they now hire a lot of people who have the knowledge of law because of sometimes the court, if you want to report a judgment real time, you need to go to the court and report it. So most of the people being who has not who doesn't have a degree in law, they cannot go to the court and report it. So if you are a lawyer, you can go and if you read a live law, there are some articles and columns where they report the day-to-day court affairs. So some mainstream medias they also they hire lawyers as reporters, so we can have that opportunity as well. And when it comes to reporting, you know with this I don't I know it's an emerging career, but mostly vloggers, YouTubers, Instagram Reels, TikTok. That's also I don't know about what's happening there, but if you go to other countries, TikTok is a profession in some countries. They give license, especially like in UAE and all. In countries like UAE, they give license to vloggers. So it is considered as a profession. So if we have proper knowledge of law and all, you can do reels, you can make videos, and you can earn money out of that. So these are mainly uh, the thing. And first of all, to be a legal journalist, you have to have a sense of law, like as Jacob sir said, sense of history. It's a must, and you need to have a better understanding of what you are reading, whether it's a judgment, it's a law, it's a new law, it's whatever you're reporting. You have to know what is exactly the legal point is discussed in it. So you have to find out that. Uh, I think I should invite some questions so that this session will be a useful one. Any questions?
Ma'am, most of the time, first of all, good evening, ma'am. Pleasure to have you here. So, right to information and
Mhm.
the paying of taxes, both of these have been closely associated, like from time immemorial, because people always want to know, like they are regular taxpayers, and then they always have this right to know what all things their tax is paid to, because no in the, what do you say, with the title of building roads and bridges, tax is being paid, but ultimately we don't get good roads and bridges. So always people look forward to this right to information's strict application when it comes to paying of taxes. So ma'am, since
Mhm.
you're from this taxation field,
Mhm.
what is your take on that, ma'am?
Yes, RTI is for a legal journalist. RTI is it's a weapon. It's a weapon with you, which the law gives to you to use it well. So I would like to share something I did. I filed an RTI back in 2018 for GST celebration, how much the government spent. I filed an RTI, so they almost spent 100 crores for celebrations only. just to celebrate what is GST. And the sad thing is that the GST system is still is still facing technical glitches, and due to that, most of the taxpayers in India, they are not able to process the refund. They are not able to process their returns. Nothing. So RTI is a very good weapon. It's a very strong weapon when it comes to legal journalism. And as lawyers, you have to know how to use it well and where to use it.
Ma'am, one more doubt.
Yeah.
We are definitely talking about the opportunities in legal journalism. But man, I would like to know like which all media houses are hiring interns. Like during our internship tenure, if we can join some media stream, then I believe like once we step into the profession, it would be easier for us to fetch a job in the mainstream media. So which
Taxscan
are
is inviting interns, obviously. And in if you search in Law Octopus, you will have a list of whoever you know about Law Octopus, right?
yeah,
So
definitely.
if you frequently visit that website, you will get to know who all are inviting the interns and all. And
No, ma'am,
otherwise, sorry.
related to journalism, not
Uh,
internship as such, but to journalism,
for the legal journalism or journalism. That's why I
legal
said in
journalism.
legal journalism, locked up is obviously anything, any internship related to legal will be updated in that. And otherwise, you can go to every legal websites and send the editor your CV,
Okay,
or search in or you have to thoroughly search in LinkedIn.
okay, ma'am. What
Yeah.
was your motivation behind opting legal journalism, or what gave you that additional push to opt for legal journalism when journalists are actually having to face so many difficulties in the current scenario?
Legal, I always, when I was a kid also, I always had a dream of being a journalist, but then I opted law. But this dream has nothing to do with Taxscan, because Taxscan, I found uh, a vacuum, a space where when I see the mainstream media, they only for the from the tax side, they only cover some sensational judgments like Vodafone tax case, so and budget only. And tax is an area which is very important to each and every citizen, I think, because we pay tax and we have to know for what we are paying tax, and we have to know what are the ways, and like how can we are as taxpayers, the people are very people are unaware of the process, the refund process, and the judgments. They are unaware about the tax planning, and so I just wanted to make people aware of what is how they can plan their taxes, how they can avoid unnecessary tax burden, and obviously an academic tool for the chartered accountants, whoever practicing tax laws. So this was the motive. So I found a lacuna in mainstream, and I wanted to collaborate mainstream news and the academic side. Uh, as we are lawyers, I don't think there are, as a woman, you will face challenges like in every other profession, every other area. But in this field of legal journalism, honestly, I never faced any difficulties or anything just because I'm a woman. Obviously, I'm facing challenges because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an editor, I get legal notices every day, I get defamation notices every day. So that is gender neutral, I think.
Yeah, ma'am. But I
Yeah.
just want to ask you about, as a woman, how the hardship that a woman have to face. Because when I completed my 12th standard, I said I want to pursue journalism, and everybody in the house was against it. And they said you won't have a life if you do journalism and all. But so I just want to ask you, what are the hardship as a woman you have to face in the field of journalism or legal journalism and all?
If you really want to chase a dream, if you really want to achieve something, the first thing you have to keep in mind is that you don't have to worry about everyone's opinion. You have to have that passion. You have to remind you about your dreams every day. So I think no others' opinion, their expectations, their all these burdens will not bother you if you really want to chase something very honestly, very truly.
Ma'am, how long the media and the journalists shape the public perceptions and the
Shape the public
opinions?
space. Uh, that is what they are doing from the very beginning. If you have an opinion about any general issue, any current affairs, the larger contribution is from the media, right? From last day, I heard a news of killing a child by someone of his grandmother. So there is a very big, sorry, I'll skip that. Regarding the latest actress issue also, what is now happening is like a media trial, right? So public opinion, media has a very important role in shaping this public opinion and all. It is there from the beginning, and it will continue till the time the people uh, get to know the real facts. Because as legal journalists, we don't go behind assumptions, whims, and fancies and sensations, right? So, if the people they know the facts which come from a primary source or an authentic source, then uh, if they can publish it through the medias, obviously through this medias or any other mode of publication, then also I can't say that medias are the for the most important uh, mode of communication where the people can form their opinion and all. So what we need to do is we have to make it uh, like uh, we have to modify that. Now we have to change that these commercialization and sensational things and all. So if you can provide the facts, if you can provide a first quality information, the actual authentic information, then there will be a change.
Is there any more
Ma'am, good evening.
questions?
Hello,
Yes.
ma'am.
Hi.
Uh, my question is currently legal journalists are having opportunity to work in online sites like Live Law and others, and Live Law too is facing difficulties to survive. So, students like me who want to pursue legal journalism as career hesitate to choose this. So, can we really scope for a better career in legal journalism in a wider range other than working on online sites and like that?
See, this is very just from the very beginning, teaching was a very painful profession because the teachers they were not getting they didn't get paid well, even the lawyers. But the profession is still there, right? So legal journalism is an emerging area, and there are so many hurdles and so many difficulties which we are struggling now. So, but that won't vanish the need, the importance of this particular profession in this society? I don't think so. But just because you don't get paid well, that doesn't mean that that cannot be a profession. What I think is legal journalism. If you take 10 years, last 10 years, before that 10 years, there was nothing there was no legal journalism as a profession. You cannot say that. Now it is in an emerging area, and in the as years are passing, the need for the legal journalism will be increasing only. There will be a time where people will change their thinking, their thoughts, and people will need this more. This is how, and this depends on how the current legal websites or the current legal journalism is serving. Like if it's serving the purpose today, obviously tomorrow there will be a very glamorous career. There will be uh, a very useful career. I hope so in the future. Okay, I have a question for you to all. What is the difference between a legal journalist and a normal journalist?
Ma'am, a legal journalist will definitely have more knowledge in the field of law and will be more accustomed with whatever violations that take place in the media field and will be able to react or answer to it like very spontaneously. But at the same time, the journalist need not be so much aware of the laws or the protections that they have, because of which they might not be able to react that spontaneously when compared to legal journalists. That's what I feel.
Okay, okay, I'll make that question very specific. If you get if I give a judgment to report to to a lawyer and to a normal person, what would be the difference?
The legal areas will be focused on more by the legal journalist because he'll be more aware of the laws. So whatever is the area of law associated with the case or judgment, that will be more highlighted when compared to that of a journalist who will be reporting everything in a very casual or not so legal.
Sure, sure, sure. So, what I wanted to explain is that when someone hires a lawyer over a normal journalist, what he'll be expecting that is that in a judgment, the lawyer should be able to find out the ratio decidenty over the obiter. If you give a normal journalist a judgment, what happens is he will take out all the masala things. Like the court said this, that, and all. And that one is for money making or for getting readers. He will not come to the exact ratio on the basis of which the judgment is passed. So basically, as a legal journalist, you should have that ability to differentiate this obiter dictas and the ratio decidenty. And while reporting things, you have to take care of all these things.
അങ്ങനെ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ നമുക്കിത് മനസ്സിലാവും. See, 80 Article 80 is what about the composition of the Council of composition of the